Dogs are man's best friends, not just for their wonderful company, but because many can be trained to provide invaluable services to individuals with specific physical, neurological, or mental health needs. These are the service dogs. These canine heroes are always on duty, ready to save the day in style. Here's a list of 10 types of dog guides and how they help. Guide dogs. These types of service dogs are the best known assistant dogs. They have one job, that is to lead visually impaired and blind people around obstacles. Dog breeds that are usually chosen as guide dogs include Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers, and Lab Golden hybrids, although other breeds such as Poodles can also be well suited to be this type of service dog. Guide dogs have been helping visually impaired people for centuries, and their use may date back to the Roman times. Many laws and pieces of legislation regarding service animals were originally written with an emphasis on guide dogs. While people often expect guide dogs and other assistant dogs to wear vests, the Americans with Disabilities Act does not require a vest, although they'll often be wearing a special harness with a handle on it. That's how you'll know a service dog when you see one. Hearing dogs. For people with hearing impairments, service dogs assist by alerting to noises such as alarms, doorbells, or crying babies. When the dog hears the sound, they'll touch their human and lead toward the noise. Labradors and Golden Retrievers are dog breeds that are often selected as hearing dogs, but many other breeds including Cocker Spaniels and miniature poodles have been successfully trained to alert as a hearing dog. According to Assistance Dogs International, small to medium mixed breeds acquired from animal shelters are often trained as hearing dogs, with terrier mixes, poodles, cockers, Lhasa Apsos, Shih Tzus, and even Chihuahuas being selected for personality and temperament. Mobility assistance dogs. These types of service dogs can perform a wide range of tasks for people with a wide range of mobility issues. According to Service Dogs of America, mobility assistance dogs can bring objects to people, press buttons on automatic doors, serve as a brace for people who are ambulatory, or even help pull a wheelchair up a ramp. These dogs help people increase their independence and confidence. They're real MVPs. People that benefit from mobility assistance dogs are those with spinal cord injuries, brain injuries, and arthritis. While the dogs must be large enough to support their human partner, there are also many different mobility assistance dogs. Allergy Detection dogs. With the rise in food allergies has come another type of medical service dog. Allergy service dogs are trained to sniff out peanuts. The dogs sniff out peanut butter and are trained to sniff out and alert to the odor of things such as peanuts or gluten. Allergy detection dogs can be partnered with children and be trained to alert to allergy-inducing smells at school. Allergy detection dogs provide some of the kids with a greater sense of independence and give these parents a greater sense of security. Autism support dogs. While allergy detection dogs keep kids away from allergy-inducing food, autism support dogs can provide a social bridge for kids with autism. For kids on the autism spectrum, these dogs provide a sense of predictability as the children navigate social settings. The dogs can be a big help for kids who have trouble connecting with classmates. The canine acts as an icebreaker in social situations. They improve the child's quality of life by reducing isolation and comforting the child in stressful times. These dogs are also trained to keep children from running away and can track children if they do run off. Diabetic alert dogs. Also known as DADs, these service dogs are always on high alert for chemical changes in blood sugar. The scent changes associated with hyperglycemic or hypoglycemic events in diabetes are imperceptible to humans, but not to dogs. These service dogs alert their people to blood sugar highs and lows before the levels become dangerous. When a diabetic alert dog alerts, the person knows to test his blood. Then he or she can inject insulin or ingest a dose of glucose before his blood level gets dangerous. Many of these dogs are trained to alert others in the household or set off an alarm system if their human needs medical help. This provides independence and security to the person, and in spite of the disability, the individual will be healthier and live longer. Fasd service dogs. This is an emerging category of service dogs. These dogs support children who are exposed to alcohol prenatally and have been diagnosed with fetal alcohol spectrum disorders or FASD. Thanks, Mom. These children may have physical and mental difficulties as well as behavioral problems and learning disabilities. According to Four Paws for Ability, FASD dogs are trained in similar ways as autism service dogs. They are also trained to interrupt repetitive behavior and help with gradual improvement over time. Psychiatric Service dogs. PTSD, that is post-traumatic stress disorder, can afflict people after they've served in combat, worked as a first responder, or experienced abusive natural disasters, terrorism, and other life-altering events such as killing, explosions, and loss of loved ones. PTSD service dogs often work with military veterans. These types of service dogs assist people who are suffering from issues like depression, anxiety, and most often post-traumatic stress disorder. The people in this category are usually hyper-vigilant about their safety. Service dogs can make them feel safer by doing little things like entering the home before the person and turning on the lights with the foot pedal. For the PTSD sufferers that feel overwhelmed by public places, the dogs can also help by creating a physical barrier between the handler and others, giving the person more personal space. Many PTSD sufferers find that having a service dog to care for forces them to also take care of themselves by getting out into the world and getting exercise with their dog. Seizure alert dogs. Seizure alert dogs are one of the controversial types of service dogs because some neurology experts say there is no reliable evidence to suggest that dogs can reliably predict seizures. But as for some, right before the person has a seizure, they react with a specific type of behavior. The ability to alert to seizures seems to be a natural ability for a small number of dogs, but on the other hand, many patients, families, and trainers insist that their dogs accurately predict and alert oncoming seizures, and stories about pet dogs who alert without training have received a lot of media attention. Some epilepsy organizations, like the BC Epilepsy Society, state that it's not possible for dogs to be trained to alert to seizures, but some dog training agencies, including UK-based Support Dogs and Four Paws for Ability in the United States, say it is possible to train a dog to alert to seizures. As more data comes in, the results should be interesting. Seizure Response dogs. Not to be confused with seizure alert dogs, seizure response dogs provide help to a person experiencing an epileptic seizure. These dogs bark for help, or they press an alarm system during a person's seizure. They can also get a person out of an unsafe place and may bring medicine or a phone to a person who is coming out of a seizure. Legally, most of these types of service dogs are allowed in places where pet dogs are not. Unfortunately, most of us without these special needs are too quick to dismiss service dogs as pet dogs, and this has been eroding the rights of real assistant dog handlers, especially those with disabilities like diabetes or seizures. According to Tony Ames, president of the International Association of Assistant Dog Partners, he says, "Don't make assumptions. If you see a person who can walk and talk and they're sighted and they're hearing, the dog may be alert to diabetes or seizures." Other kinds of working dogs, such as therapy dogs and emotional support dogs, are not classified as types of service dogs since they are not trained to perform a specific task to help their handlers. As you would expect, in most jurisdictions, these kinds of dogs are not afforded the same privileges as service dogs. Emotional support animals, comfort animals, and therapy dogs are not service animals under Title II and Title III of the ADA. Also, other species of animals, whether wild or domestic, trained or untrained, are not considered service animals either. That is because the work or tasks performed by a service animal must be directly related to the individual's disability. So it does not matter if a person has a note from a doctor that states that the person has a disability and needs to have the animal for emotional support. In that case, unfortunately, not even a doctor's letter can turn an animal into a service animal. Pets should be happy being pets. Sorry, Amy's continued that the important tasks may be done by a breed who doesn't fit the popular image of a service dog as a retriever or a German Shepherd dog. As the list of what service dogs do grows, so does the diversity of service dog breeds helping disabled people. Thanks for watching this video. Which of the service dogs do you think is the coolest? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to smash the like button, share our video with your friends and family, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing content. See you on the next one. Bye for now.